Street Talk with your host Reggie B. Come on, let's all join in. Free your voice, it's your choice, alright here. Oh, simply straight talk.
Hey, Angelique.
Hi.
Do you mind if I sit with you for a second?
Oh, wait, are you sure you want to sit with me? I thought you were no longer speaking to me.
Yes, I'm sure, and that's what I want to talk to you about.
That's fine. Look, I only have 20 minutes before I have to get back to my office, okay?
No problem. Listen, I just want to say that I didn't mean to come off as insensitive about your situation. I really did want to help you and be supportive. You're a good friend.
Okay, you know what? I think you meant well, and sometimes people can overreact. And I appreciate your apology and honesty. I mean, I was hoping that you would call, but you know what? I'm glad you decided to talk to me about it.
Thank you. And I actually picked up the phone a couple times to call you, but I wasn't sure if it was the right time.
Okay, so now I have to ask, did Melissa tell you to come here? Because how did you know I was here?
No, she didn't tell me to come over here. I just happened to see you walk in after waiting across the street for 3 hours for you to take lunch.
What? Okay, that is not only creepy, but really, really weird.
Hey, now that should tell you how important your friendship is to me. I had to buy 3 dozen roses from that crazy old lady. She wouldn't let me stand there unless I bought something in her shop.
She's the crazy one. Anyway, where are the roses?
Oh, they're in the car. I didn't know if you were going to punch me or let me sit down, so I sort of played it safe.
Melissa did make a good point about us not throwing away years of friendship over a possible misunderstanding. You know, and although we have our moments, you have always been a good friend that I can count on no matter what.
Well, it goes without saying that I feel the same about you. So, was there anything you wanted to say to me?
No, nothing I can think of. I accepted your apology, and I'm glad we're talking. Am I missing something?
Well, I kind of thought we both owed each other an apology after what happened that day.
Okay, well, you may have to refresh my memory. What did I do that requires me to give you an apology?
Angelique, you kicked me out of your house. It was raining, and all I could hear were the words that you once spoke to me. I heard you in my head saying, if I wish to be a king of the jungle, it's not enough to act like the king. You must be the king.
Wait, what? Where have I heard this before?
Because doubt causes chaos.
Okay. First off, it was not raining. It was a nice sunny day, you weirdo. Second, I kicked you out of my house. The keywords being my house. So yeah, I have the right to do that. And third, you're quoting the movie The Gentleman, word for word.
Well, listen, that's how it played out in my mind. So yes, it was sunny to you and the rest of the world, but I was broken with darkness and rain because I lost my friend, who I love and care about. I stood there and it felt like there was an invisible wall, and you were saying your heart is not in the right place. I just kept hearing that over and over. Okay,
stop it. Just stop. Even I know that's from Deadpool.
Well, as long as you get the point, okay? That's what matters.
Listen. Let's just move forward and put all of this behind us. Our friendship is real, and I think we both know that. And you and I understand that finding real friendship with loyalty is extremely hard to find. And oh my God, no more movie quotes, you crazy man.
And I got it. And you have made my day. But just one more. Just one more movie quote, I promise, and that'll be it.
Okay, here we go. Go ahead. Get it out your system.
Just bury me in the ocean, next to my ancestors, because they knew that death was better than bondage.
Okay, you know what? You really need some help, my friend, and a life. How does that even fit our conversation or situation? You know what? Never mind.
You know what? I got a real friend, and that's you. So I am doing absolutely great.
Oh. Okay, deep breath.
What? Is that a tear I see?
Hug. Big hug, okay? I have to get back to the office. We can talk later.
Okay, well, come on. I'll walk you out. And by the way, as a friend, I am here for you. Here I stand with you, wishing you the best.
Oh my God, stop singing.
Okay.
Stand with you, wishing you the best in all you do. Always look for the breeze of life, calm and gentle from above.
Hey, Simply Straight Talk family. Welcome to the Simply Straight Talk Show, where every topic is a hot topic, and hot topics are all about that real talk. Now here's your host, Reggie.
Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Simply Straight Talk Show. This is your man, Reggie Matters. Listen, today we're going to talk about friends. We're going to talk about friendship and loyalty because it's changed over the years. Now, some people have a lot of friends. They label any and everybody as friends. Some people are selective and some people are just downright picky. But we want to talk about friendships today and kind of like, what is your idea of a friend? What makes a friend? And what happens when friends end up with broken bonds, broken loyalty? How do you deal with that? How do you go about fixing a situation to where somebody who used to be a friend has ghosted you? They want nothing to do with you and they don't talk to you. You say you don't know why. They feel that you do know why. So how do you deal with situations like that? How do you deal with keeping and maintaining a friendship? And what are your requirements for a friend? Now, a lot of us who have been in this world for a while, we've met people that we probably called friends at one point. And now we're not friends. You don't associate with them. You don't really have much to do with them. And it could be for a variety of reasons. Sometimes you just grow apart. Sometimes the person may have done something to betray you, or you just come to realize that you was being more of a friend than they were. You was putting more on the table. You was always there for them, helping them out. And you just decided that you wasn't going to do it anymore because you realized that it wasn't a real friendship. Now, let's be honest. Social interactions, they are important. They are very important because we all need it. We all need that social interaction in some form. Now, we need to interact with other people to get things done. You need to interact professionally with your coworkers, your job. If you're starting a business, you need to interact professionally with your clients. You need to conduct personal business with stores, doctors, other companies. But when it comes to friendship, you're talking about something that is supposed to have a deeper meaning with a bond. Now, I recognize that people have different standards regarding who they consider to be a friend, how that person will be labeled as a friend, because I know I do. I know that I definitely have a different standard than some people because I have worked at jobs to where some people feel like just because you work together, you're a friend. Whereas for me, that's not good enough. So with that being said, we're going to move on a little bit, but we are going to come back to that because some people think just because you work together, you're friends, or just because they know someone, that you are friends. See, for me, this does not meet the standard of who I call a friend. Just because we know the same person, just because we might know the same people, or you know somebody I know, you may be a friend of theirs, but it doesn't mean that you are a friend of mine. It doesn't mean that we are friends. It just means that you are a friend of them, and I know you because of them. That's it. But, let's look at this from a different standpoint. But let's look at it from a different standpoint with a question. Why do people want to be your friend? Because I think that's the thing that really gets me when people start talking about being friends. The thing to me is, why do people want to be your friend? What is it about you that makes them say, I want to be friends with you? Because that's the first question that comes to my mind. That's the first thing I think about when somebody says, we could be friends. It's like, why? Now, that takes me back a little side note because I like watching some of the comedy guys on YouTube. And one guy that really has some great videos that's funny is this guy called Ryan George. Now, Ryan George has a YouTube channel, and he does this skit about the first guy to ever make a friend. Now, during this skit, one guy is trying to convince the other guy why they should be friends. Now, he's talking about the first guy to ever make a friend. And he's trying to convince this guy, like, why they should be friends. And the guy keeps suggesting that they can hang out, they can talk occasionally, update each other on each other's lives, kind of be emotional support for each other. And the other guy's just standing there like, but why? But why? He just keeps asking the same question, but why? And so that's sort of the same thing with me. That's how I feel when people start saying that, oh, we can be friends, we can hang out. It's like, but why do you want to be my friend? If you just met me, you don't really know me. What is it about me that makes you decide that you want to be my friend after 5 minutes of talking? Or because you know somebody else? Just because I'm cool with them doesn't mean I'm going to be cool with you. So it kind of makes me wonder about that. So with that being said, there are some things in my life that make me question a person's reason for wanting to be my friend. And I think this is something that a lot of people need to kind of ask themselves when somebody's trying to buddy, get all chummy with you, you know what I'm saying, smiling in your face, that you really don't know them, but they're trying to really put it in the perspective that you guys are like really good friends. You have to ask yourself, like, why are you trying to be my friend? Or just ask them, you want to be outright about it. But some of the reasons that a person may try to befriend you is one, you are wealthy or famous. That's always a given. The more money, the more fame, the more people are going to be drawn to you. You have influence, which means that you have a way of getting them something that they possibly want. You can get them into a job. You can get them into a house. You can get them into some type of opportunity that they're looking for. And if they know that you have that influence, oh, you're the man for right then. Okay. Another reason is you have authority in your job or within your community. If you're somebody who's, like in a position to where you can hire people or, you can hire them. If you're somebody in the position to where you can actually do things within the community, local store owners, local businesses, people that can give them a deal, then you will be a friend. Because I've always told you guys a story about when I worked at a college and I was a director. I had so many people that called themselves my friend. And some of them I really considered a friend. But when I was no longer a director at that place, then all of a sudden, man, the phone calls stopped, the text messages stopped, the fantasy football invites all stopped. Didn't hear nothing from them, nothing at all. So that's why I say when you have authority in your job or within the community, people will befriend you just for the chance for an opportunity. Next is you are a decision maker in some manner that benefits them. And like I said, it kind of ties in with influence. But when you can make decisions that help them out, it could be an employee that works for you. It could be somebody that, is trying to actually open up a restaurant, open up a business, and you're a decision maker that can get things done, they'll make you a friend. If someone sees you as a giver or kind-hearted, they see you as the type of person that always willing to help somebody out, they're more than likely to befriend you for that reason and that reason only. Because they will see you as someone that if they're nice to you for a couple months, smile, laugh at your jokes, now all of a sudden, when they come in need, they know that they can just probably run to you. And they'll just keep doing that until they tap you out or until you say no more or cut them off. But that's really the only reason they're trying to be friends with you. The other reason is they feel you are easily manipulated or a pushover. And some people just do that. Some people look for that in the people that they try to classify as friends. They look for people that they can manipulate or push over. People that they can make fight their battles because they don't want to fight the battle. So if they make you feel like we're friends, then what they'll do is they'll get you to kind of see them as the victim, and you will start speaking up and using your voice to push their agenda. And they'll sit there in the background. Then when things turn sour, you know what I'm saying, they're not going to have your back. You're going to look like the bad person. You're going to look like the problem person because you were speaking up and you thought you were speaking up for a friend. But the truth is, your friend was sitting there playing all innocent. Around you, they was the victim. Around the people that they was trying to get you to go after, all of a sudden, they're all innocent. Everything is okay. You really got to be careful about the word friend because when it comes to friendship, it's a tough thing. Do I have friends? No. And it's not that you don't want that. And a lot of people say, I'm cool, I don't need friends. The truth is, yes, you do. Even though I don't have anybody that I can really say is a friend, you know what I'm saying? You still have to understand that a friend is a serious thing, and everybody needs it. Everybody needs that person that they can talk to, that person that they can, you know what I'm saying? Because one of the coolest things is to be able to look back and say, oh man, remember when we did this? Remember when we did that? A friend is somebody that you can rely on, and everybody needs that friend. A friend gives you that emotional support, that emotional push, and you need that in your life. I don't believe that anybody wants to go through life isolated and alone, never talking to anybody. Because even though there may be days you feel like I don't want to be bothered, I don't want to deal with anybody right now, I don't want to hang out, I don't want to be around large crowds, you're going to have those days. You're going to have those days to where you really just want to be by yourself. But it doesn't mean that you don't want at some point to have someone to pick up the phone and call, somebody to text and ask how you doing, somebody to relax with, chill with, talk with. And like I said, it doesn't mean that you are a bad person. It doesn't mean that you are an angry person. It just means that you have times and periods in your life when you don't want to be bothered. And we all have that. But a lot of people want to kind of make the situation to appear that, I don't need friends. I don't need nobody. Yes, you do. You do need a friend. But I recognize the fact also that it's very hard to find people like that. It's very hard to find a person that you can truly call a friend. It's very hard because a lot of people are fake. A lot of people will put on this image or this show for you to make it seem like they're one thing. And then when you really get to know them, you find out they're not. And like I just said, when I gave you those descriptions earlier, why people may try to be, the reasons people will try to be your friend, and their main objective is to get something from you. And you have a lot of people. Their objective is to see what they can get out of you. Whatever they can get from you to push their agenda. It doesn't matter how far it sets you back. It doesn't matter if it causes you to take a loss. It doesn't matter what you lose. Their only thing is, I'm going to hang around you. I'm going to tolerate you. I'm going to talk to you. I'm going to, just be nice to you and smile in your face until I get the things I want. Once I get the things I want, then I personally don't care what happens to you. And you're going to have that. You're going to have people who really do treat you and act that way because they don't care about you. But in order to get what they want, they will do what they feel is best for them as far as pretending to be your friend, acting like they're your friend. And then once they've got it, they're gone. You'll probably never hear from them. Now, once you fall, you'll always have them to probably come back and check on you to ask, hey, are you okay? Just want to see how you're doing. They're not there to help you. They're not there to give you a lifting hand. They are really there just to see how much damage you took and how much you still have that they could possibly squeeze out of you. That's it. And it's sad, but that is the way that, it is when it comes to trying to find a friend. If you happen to find one or two people in your life that really are ride or die, I'm with you, I stand by you, good friends, then you truly are, you're blessed and you got something that you need to hold on to. You really do, because I'm telling you, real people who are real friends are rare and they don't come very often. And normally they're hard to get rid of because they want the best for you. They're not the people that are just there to see what they can get for you. And when they can't get what they want, they get mad. And that's what you're going to find with people who are not your friend. They're only there out of interest. You know what I'm saying? When you're going through something, they really just want to talk about their problem. They don't want to talk about your problem. They don't want to hear about you. They want to talk about them. And that's to get you emotionally attached to their situation so you become a contributor. They don't want a listener. They want a contributor. They want somebody who's going to donate, who's going to contribute, who's going to rescue them, but they're never going to be that for you. They're never going to be that for you. And that's why I say it's tough. It is tough, but everybody does need to find that one true friend. And I think a lot of people just get so discouraged when you're dealing with fake people and you've been burned so many times. Then you kind of start to feel like, you know what? Maybe I don't need friends. Maybe I don't need anybody. Well, you do need somebody. Even if you don't need a friend, you need some people that you can bounce stuff off of, people that can help you reflect and come up. But you know what? We're going to talk a little bit more about that right after the break. We're going to take this short break and we'll be right back with more on the Simply Straight Talk Show.
We'll be back with your host, Reggie, on Simply Straight Talk.
Hey, we all know that Atlanta, Georgia is a big city, and sometimes you might need just a little bit of help. But you know what? That's why we have Legs Concierge Services. Are you looking for someone to help you with errands, event planning, dog walking, organizing, shopping, or maybe you're in need of a personal assistant? Then you need to contact Legs Concierge Services, operating in Atlanta, Georgia. For more information on these and additional services, contact rarmstrong105@gmail.com. That's rarmstrong105@gmail.com. Remember, time is precious, so let Legs Concierge Services help you enjoy it so much better.
We hope you're enjoying the show. As our listeners, this show is made possible because of your support. Make sure you click the subscribe button and leave a comment. Thank you for being a part of the show, and now back to your host, Reggie Maddox.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Simply Straight Talk Show. Today, man, we are talking about friendship. We're talking about the bonds of friendship, the broken bonds. We're talking about loyalty. And these are the things that all take place when you are electing someone or selecting someone, whichever way you want to put it, as a friend. Now, a friend is somebody that is not just an average person. This is somebody that you should be able to share your deep thoughts. They know stuff about you. There are things about them that creates a bond between the two of you. But unfortunately, many of us already realize this, that a lot of people are not looking to make friends. They're looking for a way to boost up the success ladder. That's what they want, an opportunity. And they're not afraid to step on you to get there. They will step on your emotions. They will step on your heart. They will step on your dreams. Whatever it takes for them to move up in life, if they have to play you by pretending or tolerating you as a friend, they will do it until they get what they want from you to get there. Now, when I was a child, friendship meant something. It really did. When I was coming up, if you called somebody a friend, it meant something. It wasn't as loose as it is today. Today, the word friendship is such a loose word. I mean, a lot of people don't even use the word friend anymore. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, it's so loose and so vague about the meaning and the strength behind the word of what that person really means to you. But, you know, it's just sad that it doesn't carry the weight that it used to carry. You know what I'm saying? Because even when I was young, I remember, even if you got into it with somebody or people were picking on you, somebody would step in. You know, and I think about the 9-year-old girl from Alabama who was being bullied, and she ended up committing suicide because, you know, it's just stupid the way we don't allow ourselves to actually find real friends, and people don't want to be a real friend. You know what I'm saying? Now, it kind of brings us to another point. Is a friendship necessary? Now, it's nice to have a strong social relationship, but is it necessary to label everyone as a friend for your survival or for your happiness? Because we have to ask that now, because earlier I did say that, you know, you need to be able to socially interact with people. You need to be able to get along. But do you need a friend? Now, I personally say yes. Some people will probably say no. They can get along just having the casual social interactions, nothing more. But from my point of view, I feel that you need somebody that you can emotionally pour out to, that you can trust, that's not going to judge you and not going to share that information with anybody else or use it against you. Because when you have to hold so much inside, I think it does lead to depression. It does lead to negative thoughts. And it leads to a period to where you feel empty, especially when you get stuck in a situation in life and you have no one you can vent to, or to be like, listen, even if they can't bail you out, that person is right there like, hey, you good? I'm just checking on you. You need something to eat? I'll bring you a plate. You know what I'm saying? You need that. So I do think you need it. And although it may not be essential, I think it is sort of necessary for you to survive in life. Survival is part of social interactions. And I think having that confidant person, that one you can talk to, you can rely on, I think that is a necessity. Now, I bring this up because I have worked with several individuals over the years who have suffered because they lack the ability to make or keep friends. And sometimes people are unable to keep friends because they don't know what friendship means themselves. See, some people, they'll befriend you, they'll befriend somebody else, but they don't understand that, yeah, just because I'm friends with you doesn't mean I'm going to tell you old boy's business or old girl's business. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool with them. But what they told me was for me. And I don't feel it's my place to share that unless they want to share it with you. Some people feel like being a friend means they tell everything they learn from everybody else to other people. And that's not a friendship. See, it really makes me wonder what has changed in modern day times that will cause people to minimize the meaning of friendship and loyalty, because that's really what it's about. See, for me to call you a friend, certain things will have to take place, okay? And I got 5 things that needs to take place for me to call you a friend. First, we would have had to been through something, and it would have to be some form of struggle. It would have to be something to where we've been through something together. And I think that normally ties people together a lot stronger than just hanging out and drinking or going to strip clubs or having girls' night or book readings. When you've been through something and you've seen another person down and you come up with that person, that normally will create a bond between you two because you've seen each other at your lowest and you've come through it. Now, I'm not saying that that's going to guarantee that you're going to be friends for the best of life, for the rest of life. But for me, it does signify, and I get to see a side of that person as far as their strengths and weaknesses that kind of create a bond. Second, helping each other out without counting or expectations. One of the worst things I hate is to hear people say, well, 4 days I did this. 4 times I did this for you. 5 times I did this for you. When people start running off the things they did for you, the one time you tell them, no, I can't do it. I'm like, okay, if we're friends, why are you keeping count? Because I've also done stuff for you, because I'm not the type of person to where, first of all, it's hard for me to ask anybody for anything. I will struggle and do without before I ask. But to have somebody actually sit there and start counting down every time they do something for you, that's not a friend. I'm not rolling like that. Number 3, loyalty and doesn't disclose information. That's most important to me because I am a private person. And to have somebody that I call a friend and they're, what I tell them, they're going back telling this person because they want to be in this person good graces and that person good graces. If you got to do all that, if you don't have that loyalty, we ain't down. You know what I'm saying? I will shut down real quick and not tell you nothing. How's everything going, man? Good. That's going to be my general answer to you for every single thing. Despite my life situation, good, because I can't trust you. Number 4, they keep it 100 and they tell the truth when I'm right and when I'm wrong. That's what I consider a good friend. If I'm making a decision and I bounce something off of them, I respect somebody who can say, hey, man, you might want to slow down. Think about this a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Don't just be like, oh, yeah, go ahead, man. Yeah, bro. Sound like a good idea. Don't just co-sign everything I say. A real friend will challenge you because they want the best for you, but they'll give you options. They're just not going to shut you down. And they're just not going to say, oh, don't do that because me and you can do that. They care more about your well-being. It's about you making the right decision. Number 5, if one busting heads, we both busting heads. That's what I call a friend. If somebody jump on you or if they see you in a fight, they don't even ask questions. They just go to swinging. They knocking everybody out to keep them from getting to you. That's what I'm talking about, okay? Knuck, you buck. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. We won't ask questions. Then after the fight is over, we can sit down somewhere like, man, what you was fighting about? What we was fighting about? Oh, dog. Hey, they can tell you, man, that was stupid. But you know I got your back, but that was stupid. You know what I'm saying? Friendship, to me, is something special. It's not something that you just hand out on a platter. You know what I mean? And it's important that we understand that as social people, and we're all social people. You guys have heard me say it. I'm an introvert. I am a true introvert. I have heard a lot of people say I'm an introvert, but I see them trying to be in everybody's face and have a conversation with everybody. You are not, I understand there's a middle ground between there. Some people are like a little introvert, a little extrovert. I'm all the way introvert. You know what I'm saying? My meter don't go to the middle. My meter's to the far left. But the thing about it is you need people you can talk to. And even me being a true introvert, although I internalize a lot of stuff, I still at times wish I had somebody that I can bounce stuff off of, that I can talk to, give me that feedback that I need. You know what I'm saying? Because you need that, because sometimes it's good to be where you can have that quiet time. It's like my phone don't even ring or text message don't even come through unless it's business. You know what I'm saying? So it's good, but it's not good. And I think that's something that, we have to be mindful of, especially when we're living a life to where we're in so much isolation, but understanding that friendships are tough to come by, but be able to socially interact so you don't get lost in the picture. That's important. Hey, we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back with the final thoughts of today's show.
Hey, Simply Straight Talk family, your host Reggie will be right back, so don't you dare touch that dial.
Hey, this your man Reggie here. Are you looking for some fresh new music? Are you looking for an artist that's got that positive vibe and that positive flow, that knows how to flow lyrically? Then man, you need to check out Tone G Music with songs like Buzzing, Good Deeds, and Pick Up the Phone. Now these songs are available on Apple Music and other digital platforms. Tone G brings that positive vibe in everything he does. And the music he brings with the reggae style and that smooth lyrical flow, oh, you know what to do. Y'all check out Tone G Music.
You're listening to the Simply Straight Talk Show, bringing you the best conversation on your morning, afternoon, and primetime drive.
All right, everybody. Today we talked about friendship, loyalty, broken bonds. As we go through life, man, one of the things that we all want is to find that person that can be a good friend. We all want good friends. That person you can call and just talk to, that person you can call and hang out with, or that person that will just check on you from time and time. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not talking about a romantic relationship. I'm talking about a friendship. Now, we asked the question earlier in the show, are friendships necessary? I personally think that everybody needs to find that friend, because you need that person who you can kind of just lay your thoughts, your ideas on, that's going to give you honest and real feedback, that's going to be your emotional support, because sometimes you just need somebody to listen and you just need somebody to kind of be your motivator, and you do the same for them. Now, I know at some point, some people probably say like, man, this guy's really hating on friendship. No, I just want you to see realistically how hard it is to find a good friend, because some of us have lost good friends for the wrong reasons. Now, Am I going to sit here and say that every person that calls themselves a friend is not? No, because I told you that early in the show. Oftentimes, people who are in relationships find themselves that their mate cheated on somebody or ended up hooking up with somebody who was a friend. Maybe a friend made a play for them. But the key word is they were not a friend. It was not, they never had your best interest at heart. They don't really care about you. Like I said, they were looking for an opportunity. That's why I know it sounds like a broken record, but you just got to be careful. And friendships take time. It's not something that you meet somebody, y'all have a 5-minute discussion, or y'all are friends. It's not somebody that you work with. You might have lunch with once or twice, or you may talk or giggle at once by the water cooler. That is not a friend. That's why I say, to me, a friend is somebody that you have been through something with. A friend is somebody who's seen you at your lowest. They don't judge you. They're loyal you. They don't disclose your information. They respect your privacy. They don't talk behind your back. You know what I'm saying? When you buck, they buck. They got your back. They ride or die. That's a friend. A friend calls and checks up on you. They ain't got to be on the phone for 2 to 3 hours. They might shoot you a text message. Hey, you good? Just checking on you. That's it. Friendships are hard to come by because a lot of people will call you and talk to you and be your friend as long as they feel that they can set you up to get something in the future, or they see you as being an opportunity. Those are not friends. Pay attention to the people that you call friends. Are they keeping count every time they do something for you? Are they always asking you for something when you ask them for something? You know what I'm saying? When you have something that you need to get off your chest, do they actually listen to you? Motivate you, don't judge you, or do they try to turn the problem back to them? Because there's a difference between somebody listening to you and being honest with you versus somebody who lets you talk for 2 or 3 seconds and all of a sudden it's all about them. Pay attention. Pay attention. And like I said, does everybody need a friendship? I think do. I think you do. I think you need to find that one person. But some people are cool with just social interactions every now and then. Just some people they can hang out with, and they deal with things however they deal with things. But I do believe you can only internalize your issues, your problems, your concerns so much before things possibly start to boil over within you. So just be mindful about the people you hang out with. Be careful who you call a friend. Don't be ashamed to say, listen, to be my friend, it's going to take some time. I'm not talking about no 3 to 6 months. I'm talking about it might take up to a year or two for me to get to know you and see who you really are. That's what you need to do. Don't just call somebody a friend because y'all have a few minute conversation. Y'all like the same sports team. Y'all shop at the same store or eat the same food. You know what I'm saying? Friendship is so much more to that. Hey, thank y'all for tuning in today, man. I appreciate y'all checking out the show. This is the Simply Straight Talk Show with your host, Reggie. Don't forget, like, subscribe, comment, share, man. Let other folks know about this and give me your feedback. Let me know what you think. What do you think about the topics? How would you, what are some of the topics you like, some of the topics you didn't like? Tell me, do you agree with this about friendships? Have you had a bad friendship that went wrong? Holla at your boy. Let me know what you think, man. Appreciate y'all. Shout out. Y'all stay safe and y'all be cool out there. I'm out.
Thanks for joining us this week on the Simply Straight Talk podcast. Make sure you visit our website at rmviagem.com, where you can subscribe to the show on iTunes, Libsyn, SoundCloud, or Spotify, so you'll never miss a show. While you're at it, if you found value in the show, we'd appreciate a rating on iTunes, or if you'd simply tell a friend about the show, that will help us out too. Thank you, and see you next week.